Hi guys, I'm back with the Loona era's tier list, the sequel to my Red Velvet and Twice era's tier list videos. Remember that everything said is my personal opinion. You don't have to agree, and if you didn't know, I literally stan Loona, so why would I be trying to hate on any of them? Let me explain the tiers first. We have 5 tiers ranging from highest to Jinsoul's scalp health. The highest tier is for comebacks that are mind-blowingly good and I will never forget. The Jinsoul's scalp health tier is for comebacks that I dislike. I'll go through the eras in chronological order, and for each one I'll explain why I feel that way about it, with the relevant footage being used. Don't worry, it doesn't just show the tier list the whole time. I included all solo, unit, and group comebacks, but not random songs like the Carol. Oh, and feel free to comment which of the tiers you would put each era in. Let's go.
Oh my god, yes. Say, oh my goodness.
Vivid set a pretty high standard for it being the very first Loona release, and so I'll give it a pretty good. You'd think that Blockberry Creative would start small and get bigger as Loona gained popularity, but I guess being a sub-label of a sub-label of one of the largest Korean arms manufacturers does have its budget perks. Anyways, Vivid itself isn't my favorite song ever. I'm not mad at it, but the beat is too annoying for me to have it on repeat. What I did like about this comeback was the music video and styling, because they really matched the song to a T. It's bright but not flashy, just like the song is. It's also unique and memorable, so a high rating on the concept but a meh rating on the song puts this era in pretty good. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to put this in Jinsoul's scalp health. It's nothing against Hyunjin. I just hate slow songs with every fiber of my being. And when you have a slow song, you get the muted color palette to go with it, and I hate that as well. The only interesting thing about this release is the giant cat head, which features prominently in the music video. I know that all the girls have to have different solo styles, so having one release I hate wouldn't dissuade me from stanning Loona. I just always skip this one when it's on shuffle. You know, everything about this release is great if you are one of those ballad people. It matches all of the stereotypes of that genre. Though I'm hating on it, I still encourage you to check it out because it might be your new favorite song. Like I said, I dislike slow songs, so this is an average. There was a time around a year ago where I was obsessed with this song. I played it on repeat for days, and I still think that this is a good song. It's just not good enough to be in higher tiers. The song is much better than the music video. They flew all the way to Iceland to film it, and while the scenery is beautiful, the color palette is still plain since Iceland happens to be a very foggy and grey place in the winter. Yeah, it's for the lore, but look how that has turned out. So not a fan of the music video. Haseul doesn't look that great in it either, but the song is not bad, so an average. I'm putting this in average, and I can't really explain why. In theory, everything about this is great. The music video is cute, and the song is good too, even though it isn't one of my favorites. I think I'm putting in an average just because it isn't that remarkable to me. When I think Loona bright concept, I think of Vivid, and when I think Loona cute concept, I think of Everyday I Love You. Unfortunately, yeojin gets lost in between them. Also, no hate to yeojin. It's just my personal preference, but I am not a fan of her voice. When she says a few phrases in Loona songs it sounds normal, but after 2 or 3 minutes of it I felt kind of tired. I don't know how to explain it. Overall, this was well executed, but could be better. When I first got into Loona, I thought this was the peak of all Loona songs, but after listening to it so much over the past few years, I'm putting it an average. Everything about this release is fantastic in moderation, but for me it did not age well. I love the whole idea of it, and I love Vivi's robot concept and pink hair. Literally every time I watch the music video I feel like I'm going to cry because robot Vivi dying makes me so sad, in a good way. The song is cute and does what it needs to do. The stages aren't bad either. So why is this average? Simply put, I cannot stand it anymore. This is more of a me problem than a Loona problem. But I've overplayed the song and now every time I hear it I skip it. Maybe I'll feel differently in a few months, but for right now this era is average. Now this is a masterpiece, and accordingly it gets an amazing. I'm obsessed with the concept, the colors, the song, literally everything. And can we talk about Haseul's rap? It's the best thing I've ever heard from her. I love this song because it somehow manages to be upbeat and calm at the same time. And I haven't yet overplayed it, so I still am wowed after every listen. The music video is so pink, which is my favorite aesthetic. The only bad thing about the music video is the aspect ratio. The concept is retro, which is again my favorite. Now, I'm not going to put this in the highest tier because my requirements for that tier are just a little too strict, but just know that this is one of my favorite Loona releases. This is a comeback that everyone forgets exists, and unfortunately this is going in the Jinsoul's scalp health tier. Let me explain. It's not the worst ever. I just don't like strings and piano in songs. And it's a ballad, which I hate. This song sounds like it's going somewhere and then they stick a weird string interlude right in the middle and I feel like it loses all its momentum. That's the problem with these more orchestral sounding pop songs. They all either sound amazing or weak. No in betweens. Let Me In is an amazing one, but Sonatine is a weak one. And the styling and music video aren't the best. At least Love and Live had a daytime setting with bright colors, but Sonatine's music video makes me depressed. I know I'm hating on it, but you should still probably check it out because it's sad that it has so few views and even a lot of Loona fans don't know it exists. This is an average. Please don't crucify me. Eclipse is like a token Loona song that everyone says they are obsessed with, but really it and Heart Attack are the only Loona solos they know. And I'm not saying everyone who is an Eclipse stan isn't knowledgeable about Loona. However, I myself, who am knowledgeable about Loona, just happen to be someone that doesn't like it. I see the appeal. Really. Loona goes girl crush and then the international fans flock to it. Honestly, it's not bad. The music video is okay. The song is okay. It's just that neither of those things are as unique as I would like them to be. I will say that the song is iconic and had a large impact. I just don't like it that much. You know, this would have a higher ranking if Blockberry released the freaking performance video. For now, it gets a pretty good. I like this song and concept. It's not the most creative, but you can tell what they are trying to do with it, and they get it right. It has that blue and pink aesthetic that we are seeing a lot more often now, so I guess they were ahead of the game. I love it. Like Eclipse, the song is just okay, but since it was girl crush everyone was obsessed with it. I do prefer Singing in the Rain as a song and aesthetic to Eclipse, which is why it's higher even though people tend to group the two comebacks together. So yeah, a pretty good. This one gets an amazing because amazing is the perfect word to describe it. Love Cherry Motion is such a good song. And though the concept is just a summer concept, so it's kind of bland, that doesn't mean that it's a bad release. And the breakdown would seem off-putting if it was any other song, but somehow Choerry makes it work. I also value the Loonaverse and Love Cherry Motion is arguably the most important solo music video for the lore. This song is so upbeat and never fails to make me get up and dance. It would be an amazing even without the song though, just because of Choerry's purple dress, which is so pretty. Everything about this comeback just worked. You may or may not have recognized it, but this is my one and only intro song, so I cannot give it anything but the highest tier. This is not just one of my favorite Loona songs, but one of my favorite songs of all time. This song is perfect for working out, for dancing around, literally anything. And even when I'm feeling down, it is the way I cheer myself up. I have played this song so many times but never has it felt overplayed. How can you listen to this song and not smile? A lot of orbits look down on Odd Eye Circle because it has the popular members in it and they want to be quirky by it not being their favorite. But according to me this was the best unit debut and this song makes them my favorite unit as well. The music video isn't my favorite, but you can't deny that it's iconic. The styling is also clean, though since this was a unit release we can look at some stages. The white fluffy shirts shouldn't work with this concept, but then they do. I love this era so much, it's one of my favorites, and I don't know if I'll ever change my intro song from Girl Front because that's how fantastic it is. Like I said, Odd Eye Circle is my favorite unit, so while this release isn't highest worthy, I'll still put it in pretty good. I still like everything about this comeback, from the song to the music video, although I don't like the black and white parts. The only reason it's lower than Girl Front is because of its lack of iconicness, which doesn't have anything to do with the actual contents of the release but is more about how often it is mentioned. Girl Front is just more present in my brain at any time. Still, it's in pretty good, which means that I like it. The song is Girl Front's more chill relative. The colorful part of the music video is reminiscent of Girl Front and Love Choerry motion, and that is the worst part of all of those eras. A lot of the time they are dancing in an empty white room, which I hate. Overall, it's not bad. You will be happy to know that New goes right to the highest tier, like Girl Front. This is one of my top songs of all time. It's even better. I'm not sure how to describe the genre. I am inclined to say it's deep house because that is my favorite kind of sound. It has those synths in the background which I love. This is such a soulful song, and the emotion in Yves' voice comes through so well. When I listen to this song I either dance or start crying, but either way the song never fails to bring emotion from me. It is one of the best songs ever released of all time, and no, I do not take constructive criticism. The rest of this comeback is good too. I like the music video and also D1. Yves is an amazing dancer, and when she put on that white dress with the blue corset everyone watching probably died. But even without that, the song alone puts this in highest. I love Chuu. I love her so much. She will get an amazing from me. Do I think that this release is worthy of everyone saying it's the best Loona song? Number. But do I think it's still great? Yep, Chuu pulls off this sort of concept the best out of everyone in Loona. There's no denying that. She is literally the cutest ever. And it shocks me every time to hear such powerful vocals from such a small person. This song is up here more because of Chuu herself than because of the song, which, while I don't think is that good, accomplishes what it sets out to do. The music video especially deserves points. I'm not mad that this is the most popular Loona solo. I see why people find this to be one of their favorite songs. I bet I'm going to get a comment saying that I'm biased towards YY by Y, and it's true. One and Only gets an amazing as well. This song actually has some personal value to me as it was the first Loona song I ever heard, and I remember thinking the thumbnail looked stupid, but it was in a Kpop roundup and he had given it a good review, which if you read his blog you will know is rare, so then I felt obligated to check it out. It was so worth it. This is one of the best Loona solos, and even the side track Seesaw is good. The concept of the whole thing is great. Honestly, the only bad thing about this release was the music video, which switches the cropping every 10 seconds and it's incredibly annoying. I'm inclined to say Gowon One is my bias as well, which raises her ranking because I'm subjective like that. This one isn't bad either. It's a pretty good for me, not too remarkable, and it sounds rather generic, but they got what they wanted out of it. I do like everything they did with it. The song is good, the music video fits the concept, and Olivia Hye herself is cool. I like it, especially the music video aesthetic, since it has that dark red and blue theme that is my favorite. But after I listen to it I just forget it because it's very plain. If I played it more times than I currently do, I'd guarantee that I would get sick of it. This isn't pretty good because while I do like everything about it, it's not unique and has little replay value. Unfortunately, I don't have much else to say. I loved it at release, but it didn't age well. This era was literally so random and I don't understand it at all. It gets an average. We all thought that they would do something like One and Only for their unit debut. But something cute was what we got. Yeah, you did get that creepy cute vibe from it. But still, a cute concept isn't what we expected or wanted either. The fact that it's cute does not mean it's bad, but I don't think it suits them well, and also it's so random. Grimes featured on it for unknown reasons, although it is pretty funny how she said in an Instagram comment that Gowon One is the godmother of her and Elon Musk's baby. This debut is not that bad on a surface level, but at that point we all expected so much out of Loona that it fell short. Well, I did name the tier after it, so this era has to go in the highest tier. Like Love for Eva, we got the opposite of what we expected for this debut. But unlike that comeback, this felt more complete and it had better timing. Hye, the song is my second favorite upbeat Loona song after Girlfront, because the whole thing is just filled with so much energy. When I listen to the song, I literally have to go and do all the dance moves and the jumps at the end. It's just that happy. Every stage for this has that energy. Every Loona TV. Literally everything about this debut is overflowing with bright energy. I do get to remark on the styling since they did a lot of stages, and I'll admit that it's not great. But still, the stages are good ones because of the dance. And now we have one of the best albums ever. Loona's B-sides are the main reason why I stan them. And on this album all of the songs fit into this specific style of songs that are chill, but they still have a little bit of excitement in them, my favorite kind of song. As soon as the album came out, I added all the songs to my playlists and they have been on there for years now. One of their best eras, no doubt. I was floored by the direction they took with this, but not really the comeback itself. I'll put it in pretty good, like a lot of Loona comebacks. I liked everything about this, but it's just not enough to put it up there with others. In theory I like it, and I watched all the stages when it came out, because it was Loona, of course. However, looking back on it over a year after, it didn't age that well. The styling for that comeback was meh. The music video wasn't that great either. Everyone was happy about the message, but my personal opinion leans more towards a cool looking video than delivering the message. The reason this isn't pretty good and not average is because of the album, which continued their style from Hye. It was technically a repackage but still included a whole 6 new songs, all of which I love just as much as the ones from Hye. I wanted to end on a high note, but I'm going to have to put So What in the Jinsoul's Scalp Health tier. Now I know this was or is everyone's favorite comebacks of the year, and yes, the bridge was great, but I just cannot vibe with the song or concept. My favorite Loona concept is in fact the bright one, and Butterfly was different but manageable. This was even more different than the two others, and at that point it became unmanageable. I hate the song So What so much. It's grating on my ears. Their chanting of So What is annoying, and it is just overall unsatisfying. The album did keep their old style of B-sides, but they weren't as good as their others. And I see what they meant to do with the concept, and I won't lie, it worked. They totally pulled it off. I myself just can't bring myself to like it, sorry. So as you can see, here we have my complete tier list. As of the writing of this script, Loona have started to release teasers for their October 2020 comeback, and I'm so excited. I hope that it will be able to reach the highest tier. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye guys, and I'll see you in the next one.